to Opie Hour. Today we have Moomin 81 of our house build. So we started working on the bottom here. We got a window will be going here. Doesn't really show you which one it is, to be honest with you. It's either this side or it's the opposite of this. It will have magnets in it anyway, so we will be carrying on that. It shouldn't be too bad a build because it is just the wood. I should even be able to manage it. Get my brackets ready, get my wood glue ready. We should be able to rock and roll. Alright, what have we got? So we are discovering the Moomin ancestors, and discovered on a desert island. So it tells you a little bit about this. Doesn't give you much of a roadmap on this one. I'm just trying to read. They like creating false beacon fires and wrecking ships. Nice. Anyway, our descendants seem to be in a fix. Here's what it says there. Moomin's golden tail becomes a star in Moomin Valley. And that's the Moomin troll. And then it gives us our instructions, which we will get to. And it's got something about name days. Don't know what that's to do with. It is for March. Anyway, I'm sure that would be an interesting read. And then it continues with us joining them together, clamping them and getting the magnets in there as well. Like I say, I do hope... Oh, it does look like we're going to have another strip going over, so that's good. Okay, alright, that's good, because I was a bit concerned about it. So hopefully that will sort out what I was worried about, and I will let you know at the end if it does, if I remember. If not, next issue, one way or another. All right, let me get everything ready and we will get this rocking and rolling. Alrighty, let's get these pieces out. So we have lots of ones. So we have 4 of those. We have 5 of those. They're all the same, right? Yeah, you can't see very well, can you, if they're upside down? Alright, they look all the same to me, but this one looks bigger. Oh, it's got an extra... Why does it look bigger? Because it's not. It's just optical illusion. Okay. Alright, like this one looks smaller. Wow. My eyes. Okay, and this one is a different one. So we know that. We have some strips to put in that will need cutting. We have some more magnets here, and we have a dowel. And put that to one side for the moment, and the strips. Not sure how soon we will need those. And then we have a 3, a 4, nice and long, another 4, doing it again, I'm not putting them your way, 3, 4, and they're all off camera anyway, there we go, and a 2, so 2 goes there. So I reckon we got magnets in these 2, so they'll probably be the last to be used. None of those have magnets. So let's see, we start with number 4, and right until number surface has to be on the left, so looking that way, and we start with an FB1. So this one with the number pointing upwards, and it goes in like so. So let's get that done. And then the next one as well goes in this one. That one, that one. Oh, then we're going to put the other strip in, the other long one. Again, making sure that the writing's the same way. So like so, and this will go in with the numbers upwards. sure that those are in. Then we are going to put the next one in. Doesn't matter which one, they're all the same. I guess we're going to carry on all the way up. So I'm going to get this wood glue in. Ooh. That looks like it. Makes it nice and easy, doesn't it? This one's got a hole in the bottom. You'd think this one has to be different. Oh, it is different. Look at that. Almost did the wrong part. Very close. But these are all the same. These are all just the normal FB ones. Just making sure that that's right. 2FB1, 2FB1. So we should have one left over by the looks of it. Which one will probably go, I guess, at the bottom or top, depending on how this is looking. That is not in. It's a little bit tighter than the ones I was doing before on another issue, on the last issue. Those were quite loose. A little tighter. Not that much. Right. Then we are going to put the in, the one with the holes in and the word in, at the bottom, like so. So just put that on there. And again with the numbers pointing upwards, let's make sure everything's in. Give them a good push. I'm not clamping anything at this stage. I'm hoping it's going to be quite a quick video, but sometimes that tricks me. And then we are going to put the last one, number 1, at the top. Almost put glue on the ends then. Up here. Again, number facing upwards. And then one of these we want to put, so if it's facing me like this, which it is with these all upwards, then we want number 3, which is not that one, it's this one, on that side. Let me see if I'm meant to be putting in magnets on this, because I like to do that first. Let's see. Yes. So let's get, I'm going to put this to one side. I'm just going to push it down and not clamp it at this stage. Just going to pop it over by the window. Okay, and we will get these magnets put in the same way as we did before. Let's get my little pot. Get rid of that plastic. Don't need that. And let me just make sure there's quite a way in to doing these magnets. I'm not sure why they wouldn't put the magnets in beforehand. So I'm going to put them in and hope. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to. We'll give it a go. If I find out I'm wrong, then I can cry about it. But I think it's just going to be easier in the long run than putting it on that huge frame and then struggling with the magnets. I wonder if there's a right and wrong way there to have them round. No, it doesn't say there is. It's just interesting because these aren't tiered up like before. Okay, we got glue in. Pop that on. Let's grab hold of one. And we do what we did before, popping them in the hole, like so, as I take it straight back out. We did want to come back out. I get another one. No, just one. And that will go in here. There's another one. In here, we'll find out soon if I'm allowed to do it this way or not. So if I've got it wrong, watch the whole video before trying it yourself. It's going to be kind of like you've got magnets on this build. Oh my goodness. Okay. I really did want to attach. Can't separate them. Quite strong. This one's fighting with me. It's like I don't want to go in there. It's like you're gonna go in there, mate. Like it or like it not. It's like, well, I'm not going to go flat then. Oh yes, you are. I'm sure I'm the only one who ever talks to... Nah, I'm sure I'm not the only one who ever talks to their models. I'm sure lots of people do it. Right. It's that insanity plea. Alright, they are in. So, let's see what they tell me to do as the next step now. Now that I've kind of done my thing, really. So, we need this model ends back as I knock it against her. And we are tallying up 3 on this side, like so. So, we're only go halfway down because that joins up with the other one. Making sure that the magnet holes, if you have not put your magnets in, are pointed outwards. Eventually, when I start putting clamps on this, and I'm going to need a lot. Ooh. This one's really quite tight to go in. There we go. Now these are playing me up now. They're playing me up because I'm trying to put them in all the wrong places. If in doubt, more glue. These can't have a clamp for the moment because they don't want to stay in. Only put the clamp on when they're in, right? Gosh, it's unwielding. These other 2 have gone in fine. These top 2 are like, no, put up the good fight. Don't do it. Okay. And then do likewise to the other side. So make sure your magnets are pointing outwards again. Like this. Don't do it the way I was trying to do it. And a nice lot of glue, obviously. Then I'm going to let this dry. Right. Rubber clamp fast. And they are in. Okay. Then I'm going to put this to one side so it takes a little bit. I don't really want to give it too much niggling and things like that when it's still quite wet. I have loads of clamps, but for some reason they're all buried underneath others. Excuse me, voice is going. And some little clamps. And then I'm going to put this to one side. That needs one there too. But that needs a bigger one. And I'm going to put it to one side for maybe about half an hour. Something like that, in order to make sure that it is all in properly. Another big one like that would be fantastic. There we go. Put on here. And I actually felt that press down, and all the others seem to be in quite good show. Should I do it anyway? Probably. Or at least on some. This one could do with that. Keeps moving. And we get these ends while we're having it sit into one side. Put that up there. These are quite well in. I think you will be okay. Let's put this one on. Alright, I'm going to sit that to one side and then we will come back to it. Alright, I think this has had long enough, so let's get this out of the way. I would put them away, but we're going to need some of them again. So next, what they want you to do is, it seems a little bit backward to me, but I'll show you what they want you to do, but I'm not going to do it that way. So, it's all in nicely. What they want you to do is join this piece with the one we did last time. So line it all up here. Line up the bottom, you know, that 2-slot one we had, put that in there. And then once they're together and glued in, you are going to skillfully put dowels down in there to join them. So I'm not going to do that because there's more give on the wood than I think there will be any other way. So I'm going to put the dowels on first and give that a way to help it stabilise. Now they reckon these should be about 1 centimetre, which mine are not, because I don't think it needs that much. Famous last words, you watch it all fall apart or something. So I'm going to put these in the new piece first. Why not? Because it's harder to manoeuvre. Let's do it in this one. So one in there, one here, and one here. And then it's going to want glue. Oh, well, let me put the dowels in first. Which, now I've lost the ones that I made. Oh no, there they all are. Couldn't see them, they'd got onto the die. And you know, I just had my tweezers because I was messing around with something else. There they are. and put the dowels in accordingly, because I don't know if I have the abilities to put them through all the wood. I'm sure I do, right? Whoever knows. Anyway, so then I'm going to glue all the sides which are going to be touching, including the one that I'm working on right now. You know, sometimes your vision just kind of gets you, doesn't it? And you just can't get the thing in. There it goes. Oh, that's way too short. Oh, am I going to be able to get that out? No, but I could push it all the way. I could push it all the way through to the bottom. I don't think that's quite what they wanted. Let's make it a bit longer. I don't think that's the idea, is to push it all the way through. Maybe that's why they get you to do it afterwards. I don't know. You've got me. The other ones are all the way through as well, so who knows? Don't go all the way through. Well, that'll make it easier to put together. Anyway, then I guess I'll get this one out. I think this one's a little bit short too, especially if it's doing that. Well, I've got plenty of dowels, so it's no big deal. Ow! Flicked me. Anyway, wood glue takes forever to dry. Well, not. It takes about 20 minutes. So I'm just going to run these along, all the way along this edge. Doesn't have to be pretty. It's not going to be seen on the dowels, which I will probably just push in from the bottom now that they're in. These connections on the ends here, like so, and on this one as well. Get that out of the way before it dries and sticks to everything I don't want it to stick to. Okay, right up there. There we go. Then I'm going to do the same with this to make sure that we have enough, and a little bit on the end there, on here, on here, on here. Then I'm also going to put it in on the dowels, like so. So it's kind of got a bit of a double layer going on. And then this is all going to want clamping. So let's see how we do. So first of all, I'm going to put my dowels on. That's kind of the first thing from my point of view. Well, those are already wanting to take. I mean, I know, maybe I should just push them through like that. There we go, that's what we do. And then we just push them up. Makes more sense, I think, maybe. We've got two choices. It makes more sense or it doesn't. It's either going to work or it doesn't work. These ones are actually quite firm to put in. I'm going to make sure that these are all in and everything's lined up. And I'm just going to take the end of this, hopefully. You see, and this is what I was worried about. Is that it wouldn't take. Oh, that one went in. Well, that's probably because it's smaller or something. It's not gone all the way. Oh no, it did go all the way. I take it all back. That one went in too, and it's gone all the way. So it's just this one over here. All right, it finally went. Okay, and then I'm going to brace all this together. So first things first, I'm going to get the bigger ones holding the two parts together, like so. in 3 spots. Oops. And one on the far end here. Oh, can't get one in there. Oh, hands aren't strong enough. Just make sure it's really lined up here. I see a piece has come out. I'm not worrying about that right now. Okay, then do the ends. So again, I'm going to use the bigger grips for this, using a smaller one for the middle one here, because this should have been, of course it wouldn't have been set, I would just done it. And same with here, I'm going to use a bigger one. I'm going to push this one this way. Ow. Really struggle. This isn't 100% lined up either, as I break it. Don't do what I just did. That's okay. That's okay. It's alright. Put a bit more glue in there because I pushed it too much. And I think this is a thing when you've got weird hands. Well, not weird hands, but hands that don't have an awful lot of grip. Sometimes you just overcompensate. And that is just what happened. I just overcompensated. And then we will put in another larger one here on this side to make sure that stays in, and a little one here. And this I will now put to one side, and we will sort out the strips. So let me go and get rid of this. Rid of all the wood glue on my hands. So this is the interesting thing with here. So 81, this I think is not the wall we're doing. But on 82, this is the wall we're doing. So I think this is the back of the house, and this is actually the front where the stairs are. That's what I think is going down. But the interesting thing is these don't have any clips around them, whereas these ones do. So I am hoping these ones get glued in. And those are the ones we've done previously with the metal, not the magnets in. So let's get rid of that one. And these have to be split. So important to know that you are going to need for each of them one long and one short on each side. So paper here, kind of protect my mat but not always, and go careful with these because these will break and I can't imagine how easy that will be to fix. And they've got 2 on each piece. And then they're going to want sanding down as well. Back you go. So the easiest way I think to sand it when it's small like this is probably like this. Now I need to go and get my glue off my hands because I can feel it on my hands. Look, it's lovely. Alright, this is me doing it this is me, Miss Clumsy, who breaks everything, doing it the opposite way to what I just said to do. But I know the best way to do this, I just think it's easier to do if you don't have nails. If you've got nails, I don't know how easy that is. So just really support it very well so that it does not break. And hopefully you don't have any flinches in the process. And then snap the whole thing. So although I did damage that piece, it wasn't what's the word? Wasn't a big deal. It was actually in a small place. All of this is going to get covered with an outer covering and then an inner covering. And I was thinking it was just like wallpaper, like we've done at the beginning of this build, which I know I didn't video, but like you do at the beginning, where it's just like a vinyl piece that you stick on. That isn't the case. This is like cardboard that's going to be put on, so I'm not feeling quite as bad about that. And I think I dropped my pin. Alright, I will be back when that other stuff's dry and we will get on with that. Put those to one side safe. Alright, so I think this has probably had long enough. I'm going to keep hold of these clamps to hand because we're going to be putting these strips on. And it's actually tied up quite nicely, so lined up even, as I knocked all over the show. Get that out of the way. Okay, next, as I try and break it now. Right, okay, next what we're going to do is towards the bottom of each of these, this will be going against my house, and you can see this isn't lined up at all, and it's run out of glue. So I will get that back on, but I'm going to put the strips on because I'm going to be sorting it anyway. Right, so what you want, this is considered the top of it, and this is considered the bottom. Okay, so the one with the small area is the top, and the other one is the bottom. And I'm just going to put a clamp on here for 1 minute or two while we'll start on the other side. How about that? So you need, remember the strips we sanded down gently, we need these ones, and we need the long one, and it's going to go on the front edge, so further away from me. That's the short. Let's take a long. So the long goes towards the bottom. So the strip goes like so towards the bottom. No idea why. So that it doesn't go over the magnets. It just lines up with there. So I'm going to wood glue that, which is going to be really interesting to attach to clamp. I don't know if I'm going to be able to clamp really. So what I'm doing is putting glue all the way along. Hit and miss because my balance is obviously off. That's okay. And towards the bottom it says make sure that it is square at the bottom. It is the most important. And it does tie up quite nicely. I wonder if I can leave it like that or if that's going to be a problem. And then we will use the, maybe if I use the smaller clips, let me see what I can do. Just want to make sure it's on this level with this edge. Okay, we can use the small ones. I don't want to trust using the larger clips because I think they will ping everything and break everything. So just make sure it's nicely lined up. And there's a bit of balancing on these clips going in there because I can feel it pushing it in. Don't like it. I don't think I'm going to use the clip. And this one went on okay. The one at the bottom here went on okay. But putting it here, it wants to push this piece of wood in places I don't want it to go. I wonder if I could do it here. Now see, it kind of makes it roll over. We don't want it rolling over. So I think what I'm going to do, very daring of me here, is use a little bit of super glue where I want it to be. This top part. I don't think I had much glue in there anyway. I think it all soaked into the wood. So I'm going to do that because, like I say, it's not... I can't really put a clamp on that without making it bend. Just hold that for a moment. And then we are going to put a short one on here, making sure it tallies up with here. And if it doesn't, it says to, what's it called? File it down. And that's the wording. But it looks like mine's going to be very close. Maybe not perfect, but very close. And I won't be filing it until it's dry. Okay, there's a little bit of give on here. I really want to put a clamp on here. I was going to move it. Alright, stop messing with it. Okay, let's put this little one on. And this time I'm just going to run glue down this side. And then we'll do the other side in a second. Alrighty, got interrupted there. So I went ahead and I finished off that side, so you can see. And I think it looks okay. I mean, it's on. You can just about see it's on. And it's got a very small lip basically down here. Mine I don't think's totally straight, but I'm going to rectify that when I get it to the house. And this piece down the bottom here should have been pushed in a little more, but it's very set, so right, let's take this off and put these strips in. I'd lost them for a second, so let's start with the bottom again, which is this piece, and we want it to go on here. And I think the wood glue dried quite well. Alright, so what I am going to do is what we did before, is a strip along here. I don't like how this has gone in either. This isn't straight. But knowing how this sits on the house, because I've tried it earlier, or yesterday, I can't remember when I tried it, I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. But if it has a little bow in it, then maybe I won't be liking that so much. So making sure I get the longer strip and put it so that it's wood. We will be painting this whole side, by the way. So this whole bit will be eventually painted, which I will use markers for, because I'm not very good at painting. And but my puppy's eating something she shouldn't. So I'm just going to hold that in place. Bear with me while I get that. Alright, got that from her. She doesn't like giving up these sorts of things. They, you know, the things that she's not meant to have, she's quite happy to hold on to them. Okay, well, that was on. Now she's doing something she should. My little one is teething. I wonder if I can brace it. I managed to brace it on the other one, didn't I, just at the top there? I wonder. Or shall we just let it sit? I mean, the wood glue will take, and then I'm just going to run a piece down this end too. I mean, it does have some give in it, so it's not like the be-all and end-all of, you know, if you totally mess up in things, there is some give to this. On other things, I'm sure there is not, but with this there is. In knowing how this sits, it's not such a big deal. There's actually quite a bit of space, which is a bit concerning. Which is why I am hoping that those other pieces we fasten in. Anyway, that's it for this one. Gonna let that one dry. Let me get rid of that. Right, let's get this pin put back in, because I did lose the other pin. No idea where that went. Can't find it. I'm sure the puppy will let me know. So that is number 81 completed. Oops, as I throw it all over the place. Keen to get rid of that magazine. So they don't give you a binder for these magazines, which is surprising, but don't get one for that one. Most part works, you do get some sort of binder, I think, to put them in. Next we will be doing 82, which we'll be working on. Oh, okay, we've got this little window, which is the one here, above here. So we'll be working on the veranda side again. Oh, and another window as well, which is the second floor one, which will be this one, I'm thinking. Oh, windows. Okay, so you know my joys with windows, so I'm sure that will be entertaining. I'm going to put tile it by the looks of it as well. So that is something to look forward to next time for you guys. For me, a little bit of dread going there. Anyway, I do wish you well with the build. I'm sure, like I say, take your time. You do a great job, and I mean, I'm actually really happy with it, even with me making my errors and that sort of thing. Overall, I'm happy with it. I know it's going to look great. And yeah, I'm happy. Unfortunately, the walls here will probably cover a multiple of sins, which is good. The same with the painting. We actually get to paint not this, which is interesting. So I wonder if we're going to get some sort of strips to go over here. But we definitely paint the inside of these walls. So, or it's not on that one. On here, we will be painting the edges. And also the tops and bottoms, so they will be painted blue to match here, so I know that's coming up. Anyway, we will be on 82 next time. All that's left is please do like and subscribe. If you've got any questions or comments, then please do leave them on the channel or email me at opallyhour@outlook.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, mostly take care of yourselves. You are important in the world. Bye.